Okay, guys, now welcome back to Sins Feeding the Beast. This is episode 8, and as I was reviewing my last episode, I said I was going to do the energy conduits, and I sort of forgot about them, and I got sidetracked with IC2 stuff. So my job now is to do some energy conduits. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got some obsidian dust here, and that's simply just putting some obsidian into not a powered furnace, a pulverizer, and it gives you obsidian dust. I won't do it because it's pretty much easy to figure out. And next I've got here is I've got a induction smelter, and you put 2 obsidian dust per lead ingot, and lead ingots comes from lead ore, and all you got to do is just macerate that and then cook it, or pulverize that, then cook it to get that, and you get this hardened glass, which is different from reinforced glass. I think it's a buildcraft or a no, sorry, it's a thermal expansion edition. So essentially, we'll take the 8 out for now. I'm going to make it all because I want to make some other stuff today. But I've got electrum here and I've got hardened glass. So I'm going to make some redstone energy conduits. So it essentially is hardened glass in the center with 8 on either side. To make, and each one recipe of that makes 4. So as you can see, there are 32. That should get us going at least. And then these are just empty. As you can see, this is energy conduit empty. So what I've got here is I've got another magma crucible. So the magma crucible will pretty much melt down anything that can be melted down into a liquid. And you put the item there, it'll burn, and then it'll become a liquid here. But what you need is something called a liquid transposer to put the liquid into something. Sorry about that, guys. 1 second. Okay, guys, now I'm back. So sorry about that. So essentially we have the liquid transposer here, and it's already got a touch of redstone in there, so it's got 250 millibuckets worth. And you put the items in there, and then the filled ones come into there. So what I'm going to do, ooh, there we go. Bit weird there for a second. I'm going to go grab a stack of redstone. I know I've got a little bit, I haven't got very much left, but I've actually got a full stack of redstone ore upstairs. I just need to build an industrial grinder, which I'll most likely do next episode, so that I can. And as you can see, it's going into here, but it's being outputted straight into here. So as we should see, there we go. It's 375 buckets. So simple as it takes one away while it's filling, and it's got plenty of power, so it's working at 4 mj, which is the maximum power it can work at. And as you can see, there you go. So it fills it up, and another one when it gets to 50, and it's 50 millibuckets per redstone pipe. So that's pretty good for energy conduit. I find it like redstone pipe maybe. So there we go. I've got 18 in total now. And I'll probably go over here and quickly just show what I've done here. We'll just dig down a little bit. There we go. So if you can see here, I've put in a line of, this redstone, so this energy conduit, and you attach the face to the motor, and then you have to change the output. So as you can see, that means there's a little sort of a mini arrow there, but essentially orange means out and blue means in, and I'll show you what that means in a moment. If I can just dig out this one, there you go. You can see that sort of it's an arrow facing towards the this energy redstone energy cell, and essentially it holds MJ, and you can choose how much to output and how much to input. I'm essentially taking as much as I can in now, and as much as I can output as well. And I'm doing that over 2 sides at the moment, because it was limited. I think it was limited to about 25 or 30 MJ a side, at least with these wooden pipes. I'm not sure with the energy conduits, but I did notice that I wasn't getting the full amount of power, and it was charging even while I was trying to sort of use it all up. So what I plan on doing today is replace all the pipes here, and all the pipes up here, which I've already started to do. As you can see under here, it's already been changed. Why can't I get up there? Okay, it's already been. Whoops, that didn't work at all, did it? The jetpack is a blessing and a pain in the butt sometimes, and you can see right there. So that's already ready to go. What I will do then is I'll go down here and I'll just grab the rest of the redstone pipes that I need, and then we'll start chopping away and start adding some new bits into it. Alrighty guys, I'll be with you in just a second. Okay guys, now I'm back, so I'm ready to start getting on with this. If the farms go out with power, sorry, go without power, that's okay. I'm not really too worried about that. So what I'm going to do for now, at least, because I don't want to sort of mess around too much with that. So as you can still see, I've got power outgoing there. So this only will get power from that one side, which is fine for now. There's not that much stuff running off it that's massively important. Obviously, I want more lava to create to create electrum and all that sort of stuff, but it's really not a big deal if I don't get it straight away. So as you see, we can just put them down and they just join up together, and that's great. One thing I have forgotten is I've forgotten my wrench. So what I will do is I'm just going to run upstairs, grab my prototype wrench, and that's one good thing about that Omni wrench is that it can work pretty much without with every sort of thing that needs a wrench, which is extremely beneficial because I don't know, I just seem to be always running, always not have the right tool with me. So as you can see, that's blue right now. Give that a knock, and it turns to output, which is great. And then bam, bam. Oh, one more time. There we go. So now energy should be flowing up here. Obviously, it won't change pipes. I wonder if you put a pipe on that. Sorry, not a pipe. If you put a what's that word called? A wooden conductive pipe on it, would it output the power out of it? I'm guessing it might, but I don't know why you would change between the two. I understand, like, if you're trying to change over and you maybe want to do that, that might work for you, but it just seems silly. And wow, this takes a lot longer when you don't have, when you're flying, because you get that sort of... Why am I stuck? Okay. Okay, so... I'm thinking... Oh, I'll go down the quick way. So yeah, and I'm burying this all under the ground because I want it to be, I sort of want it to be hidden. You know, there are certain spots that, of course, it's going to have to become above ground when it's going between floors. And I don't mind that, but it's just it's easy to makes it easy to get around essentially when you have it all underground. There we go. Look at that. Bam. Whoops, one too many. And if you shift click this, and it's transferring a lot of power now, as you could see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another redstone energy cell and limit the amount of outputs, and these are both coming into these machines, so that's fine. But look at that, wow, it just unloaded everything that was here pretty much within those few seconds. So let's go up here and do it with the peat bog as well. Obviously those Stirling engines are going to have to go, unfortunately, but I can always put them in the array somewhere else if I really need them. But I don't really need redstone engines anymore, so that's all right. I can handle that. And one more, and shift right click it is. Sorry, not just shift click. And there you go. As you can see, it's all connected. These aren't doing anything, so I'm not going to worry about them for the moment. And I don't think I'm going to have enough pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dig down, and I'll run back over and start picking it up, because essentially this golden conductive pipe is no longer being used, and it essentially is not worthless, but just not very useful. So as you can see, oh, actually I might have enough. I have 8, yeah, well, that might be enough actually. So I put one there. Can I get this? Oh, I can. Didn't think I'd actually be able to get that. And look at that. I think these trees might be harvested pretty quickly now. If there's any power. Nope, there's plenty of power. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit sort of 6 MJ. So essentially it'll be 1 MJ per machine up here. So 1 for the logger, 1 for the farm. And that's all I'll need, because I think at the moment they're getting a bit more than they should. And that's not a problem, but it's just annoying because it sort of gives off, it uses too much power. So that's that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to fill in this here, remove all the gold conductive pipes, and I'll come back when I'm going to build the electrum, the redstone energy cell. Alrighty guys, I'll be with you in just a second. Okay guys, now I'm back, so it's now time to make this redstone energy cell. So first off, we need to start by making the energy cell. So this is what we're going to make at the end of it essentially. And it takes electrum, lead, a redstone conductance coil, which is like a gold conductive coil, but it just uses electrum instead of a gold bar. And then we have to make one of these empty frame cells, fill it with redstone, and then yeah, so it's a bit expensive because it costs a diamond, but really, it's not that expensive when you come to it, I suppose. So diamond in the center, 4 electrum on the outsides, and for this hardened glass as well. So there we go. We've got energy frame. Excellent. Now I'll come over here. We'll check how much thing we got there. We got lots now. I put a bit in there. So yes. So don't be worried if it disappears. It is working. You've got bubbles here that signify that it's in progress, and this shows you how far progress is going. Obviously, it's pulling power. And I was looking at this before, and this is down to 12 MJ. It's because the farms are drawing so much power because they can take a lot of power. It's just they don't need that much power. So, and I think this is only pulling out a little bit as well. So it's pulling out maximum power from that, which is great. It just sucks because it's not going where I want the power to go. So I'm going to fill those in there and let them fill up as well because I'm going to need them to start start changing all these machines here. So I thought the best place to probably put it would be right here. There we go. So we take that away. Oh, but as you see, so this is the energy frame and it's full, but it won't go anywhere because I haven't actually made the redstone energy cell. So the redstone energy frame, was it redstone energy cell? No, that's right. And this is just the frame. So essentially, as the recipe said before, we actually need to make the conductive coil first. So as in conductance coil, really. Electron goes on the top, lead goes on either side, and energy in the middle. So prior to using some of this stuff here, I'd never really used lead, so I thought it was worthless, but it's actually quite quite useful to me. So as you can see here, we got power going in and power coming out, and it's starting to build up a lot of power, but that's not what we want it for. We want it to only pull in 6 MJ a tick, and as you can see, these buttons, they change it by about 5. There's a bit of lag, so it keeps coming up and down as it tells me I'm not doing it right, essentially. So you can change it all the way down to 0, so it pulls in nothing, or you can say pull in 5, or you can say pull in 6. And so if you right click your mouse button on this plus, it'll increase it by 1, and that's great because that's all we need. And the other problem here is it's not outputting anything at the moment because the default is input only, so therefore bam, output, and it's going to drop really quickly and then it'll stay static at 0, which is fine. I really don't mind. Actually, you know what we can do? It doesn't matter if it fills up with energy because it sort of will act as a buffer, but oops, I want output at, oops, try again. On output at 6, and I'll say, let's say we'll take in at 10, so it's just above. So essentially what it's doing is it's taking 2 of these engines worth of capacity, and the other 6 are going to go that way. So now we should look here, and this is slowly building up a charge because, as I said before, I think it outputs about 25 MJ to one of the wooden conductive pipes, but that's not enough for our needs. So what I'm going to do is, oh, have we literally run out of redstone? Wow. So I put in like a stack and a half of redstone just then, so it's eaten up all my redstone. But as I said before, we'll get to that industrial grinder next episode, and we'll start making some very exciting things. Or we'll start getting some good returns, very exciting returns from our things, and consistent returns, I guess, because you can use a fortune pick and those sort of things, and they work really well. It's just that sometimes they're not as awesome as you would expect. So, like, yeah, that's pretty much the whole reason for it. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably move these out at the same level as well once I grab all this. So I'm just going to dig it out, and yeah, guys, I'll be back with you in a second once I'm ready to start placing some stuff down. Alright, guys. Okay, guys, now I'm back again. So as you can see, I've cleared out a whole nice channel here. So I'm going to run up to the end. I'm going to quickly go here, put that in. So that's putting on the input side. And do the same thing here, fill this in. I don't really want to keep too many open spaces. Now, what I could do is I could run it down the bottom here, but the problem is then I'd have to use an extra one to go up. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put them all facing up. And the reason I have to do it one by one, whoops, that was the right way, is because I think some of them, oh no, sorry, I take that back. All of them will work perfectly because, as you can see, it did join and go up at the same time. So that's great. Sorry, going back to what I was just saying was when you output from one of the engines, when I built the engines, they wouldn't do this, so you had to do you had to adjust each one of them to be output as well. So we'll go like this, go up, excellent, and then from here though I'm going to come back down to ground level because, well, yeah, let's just say this is what I want. And I don't think you have any problem. Whoops. I don't think you have any problem with. Whoops, again. There we go. I don't think you have. Sorry, sorry about that. I was trying to focus really hard. I don't think you have any problem with energy looping around. Actually, you can't because there's this in the way anyway. So yeah, don't even worry about that then. But essentially, if you had gold pipes in a circle, I can show you. I can show you because there's no power going to be going through them. So essentially, if you did this with gold pipes, the power would just circle, 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 and then would blow up at one stage, and oh, well, it blows up when it gets too much power for it, and that's really annoying. So yeah, guys, this is how it's working so far, and as you can see, this should be pretty much depleting this whole thing now. What I haven't done here is I haven't included these two in the system, and they now are included. So let's have a quick look at this bad boy and see how it's going. It's pulling the full 30 MJs from this. Obviously, this will still pull power. As you can see, it's building up very, very slowly. So it's saving is this essentially the 4 MJ difference between it. And at the moment, I think this one's stealing all the power. I should double check that actually. No, that's still working. Why am I? Let's get rid of that. See that there might be a problem. Not sure. I'll have to have a look at that later then, because I know the accumulus aqueous accumulator, that's what it is, doesn't need power, so I'm not really sure why that would be having trouble, but who knows what it is. Okay guys, so my next plan will be to move, or one of my next plans will be to move, I haven't showed you over here already, I've actually input some wiring already. I'm going to start putting magma crucibles here, have them output into these pipes, and these pipes are going to go upstairs. If I can find my way out, there we go, upstairs into these pipes, and into my tower of tanks, and go into this tank here, which is going to hold on my lava. This was just some residual lava that went in, and then obviously I'll do that the last bit there. I'm thinking about honey because I want to get bees started soon, and I think honey will be a lot more sustainable than apple juice. Though I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the apple juice. I may just store the apples for later, now that I may not use them completely. So whoops, I forgot to get rid of that, but that's not really needed for this episode. But as you can see here, I've left a blank of a spot here, not that it would be powering anyway. I'm not really sure what I was going to do there. Oh, that's right, I was going to put an energy cell here. So that's right, I was going to put an energy cell here and have enough output to cover all the output needs that I would. And the reason I've spaced this so far apart is so that I can have a lot of pipes going in and out of the magma crucibles to make it fully automated, and that way all I've got to do is pretty much flip a switch off, and go from there. And what I was thinking of doing is putting a signal on this one, so when it's full, to stop the engine. So for some reason, if I'm not around and nothing's drawing power, then this will turn off even if the chunk's loaded, so I'm not wasting any fuel. Okay guys, sorry about that. So yes, this is the area so far. I'm pretty happy about it. I have noticed that one thing, my peat bog now outputs too much peat, or too much dirt at least it is, and I have too much dirt and not enough sand. So what I'm thinking about doing is I need to introduce another tree farm. Oop, there we go, came through the ground there, and that way I can always keep everything. I can better fully automate it because I find that I'm running out of everything at the moment. Because I can see here, I've gone through sort of 3 stacks of dirt, or has 3 stacks of dirt in it and a bit of peat, but I don't think I'm going to have anything close to that for sand. I'll be surprised if I do, but I'm going to guess maybe 1.5 stacks, not even a stack yet. And it's given me a good amount of saplings, but I think I can do better. I know I can do better, and I need more essentially, because I'm sort of running just enough saplings at the moment to to fill up my fermenter. And if I have overload of saplings, that's good because that means I can run another fermenter essentially and have 2 fermenters running all the time to build extra or more biomass. And that is really weird. Have I attached a pipe wrong somewhere? No. Hmm. Well, what I'll do is I'll just replace them and see how we go. Because normally this should just fill up straight away. Maybe I bugged it because I had something there. Hmm. Okay. Weird. I have no idea what that was about, so we'll just leave it at that. Alright, guys. I'll go away for a second and I'll come back and I'll either finish the episode here or I'll find something else to do. All right, guys, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, guys, now I'm back. So I want to do another quick thing before I go. I nearly forgot about it. I hadn't talked about it before, but I want to build an assembly table and a laser essentially, so I can so I can build some electronic circuits, or I can build some pulsating circuits. I think they're called. But I really want it so I can build an iron gate. So. Iron and or gate, iron gore gate, yeah, iron and gate, there we go, something like that. So I need these redstone chipsets what you need to do in an assembly table, and you need to make something like this, which you need to make something like that. I'm not really sure what I need to do, but I'm sure I'll learn how to do that later on once I have some of the pieces going. So I just realized I don't have any any more obsidian. I have 3 obsidian, but I actually need 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make an igneous extruder. So essentially you need a pneumatic servo, which is iron, glass, and redstone, which I already have, so I don't need. A piston, which you all should know, tin ingot, glass, and a machine frame. So essentially, there we go. We've got a machine frame, which is pretty simple. I'm sure I've gone through this before. So iron, gold, and glass, and everything's pretty easy to get there. I'm trying to build this from memory, and I'm not exactly sure how it goes. Oh, there we go. That is right. So we got the igneous extruder. I don't know. Pronouncing isn't my thing, especially in this game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chuck that right here, and we'll see how we go. As you can see, you can make cobblestone, stone, and obsidian. So I think I want to make some obsidian. And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to turn off all the additional ports, if I can, just because I don't want anything really to go in it at the moment. So I'm assuming it needs water in one side. Maybe you need to pipe it in. Okay. That's weird. I've never had to pipe anything in before. Or maybe they want you to do it in combination with a magma crucible. Hmm. Well, I know how to solve this. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up here. I'm going to grab a tank. I'll grab 2 tanks, 2 redstone engines, 2 wooden pipes, and we'll grab some of those and a lever. Pull the lever. Sorry, I don't know where that came from, but it sounded fun in my head. Sounded funny in my head. I'm just going to quickly fill in a few of these, so I've got some space to work. And as you can see, I've got lava over there, so I don't know if I actually even need to put a lava tank down. Oh, I'll do it for now because I think it's just going to be temporary. So we can do 1 and 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull lava out of this one. So we'll put that right there. Okay. So I'm going to turn this left one on to blue and the top one to blue as well. Figuring out what these configurations mean can be difficult sometimes, but I think this is generally left, above, right, below, and behind. And I think it'll accept inputs of different materials or different things from the same side essentially. This is only temporary. If it does require a permanent source of lava and water to make the obsidian, then I will make it accordingly. But for the moment, I'm not going to bother. Pretty much that's what I'm getting at, and that's not what I wanted you to do. I need to think about this a bit better next time, but but yeah, I've never used one of these things before, so this was suggested to me by one of the guys on the server after I'd said I'd mined. I was very excited with myself, and I'd mined sort of 10 blocks of, sorry, 75 blocks of obsidian. And yeah, will that work? No. Oh, it works, yes, but it only turns on the one, and I wanted to turn on both of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a block here and a block here. I'm just going to turn the lever up the top. I know this is an extremely ugly design. If I get some redstone or red alloy wire, that'll work perfectly. There we go. I knew I had this for a reason. I kept it for a reason. Bam. There we go. So those should both be working now. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck some water in one. Yep, so that's getting pumped, and some lava in the other. And I'll just keep doing that there. So I think the ingenious extruder could take 4 buckets of lava and 4 buckets of water. So I'll just try with the 2 and see how I go. Well, it looks like it's gone in, so that's a good sign. So yeah, and I've just thought about this. I wanted to make obsidian, not cobblestone. And it looks like it's going to use up both. Okay, well, that's good. At least I know what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a few more buckets, and now I've proved the concept. What I'm going to do is I'll go away and I'll come back in just a second once I've got enough obsidian to make the rest of it. Alright guys, I'll speak to you soon. Okay guys, now I've got enough. I've got a bit more than 8, but that's that's all good for the moment. So we'll go and have a look at the assembly table first. I've never actually made one of these either, so that's going to be something I'm very excited about. I don't think I've grabbed enough redstone. Oh yes, I have. Never mind. I take that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building some of the gears that we need. So that diamond gear is pretty expensive. I won't lie. Essentially, you build your way up. So I need some iron. So stone. Sorry, wood, iron. So wood, stone, iron, gold, and then diamond. And it seems expensive, and that's because it is. So we've got our diamond gear, 1 single diamond, some obsidian on the sides, and a little bit of redstone in the center. And bam, we've got an assembly table. So that's great. But now we've got to build the rest of it. And I think that's even wrong there. So, and look at that, we've got a laser. I've got one. Lucky me, I've got even 1 redstone left over. So there we go. Oh, I had a calculator wrong, no wonder. So I've got an assembly table and a laser. So let's go put that down on the floor. And I showed in the last episode where I was going to put it. I was going to put it over here, and I've left plenty of room because it will actually be quite a large piece. So let's put it here because I'm going to leave room around it to put other stuff. So I think I'm not entirely sure about this, but I'm going to pretty this up in time. But I don't know if it has to be 2 or 1. I sort of want it to be a bit further out. And if I break it, will it break fine? Okay, good. It's not like IC2 stuff which breaks at the drop of a hat, essentially. So what I'll do for now is I'll just put it like that and put one like that. If I break that, will it stay? Well, it will too. Okay, cool. Cool, that's very cool. I didn't think it would actually, so that's very good. And it needs power, it needs Buildcraft power. So for the moment, I'm just going to tap into into this one here. Let's see, I don't know how much power it actually draws. So this is something, as I said, this is something brand new to me. So hopefully it won't suck too much power out of the whole system, but I can't expect that it would suck too much. And there we go. Okay, so I've got power going into it. I've got an assembly table here. You can click on the assembly table there, and then you click on that like that, and it shows you what it's going to make. And you get to choose it, and then the laser fires at it, pretty much. And you can see this bar here. So this is the completion bar. When it completes all the way at the top, then you'll be able to take it out, I think. I'm not really sure how it's going to work, or it might stay over here. I don't really know. So yes, I'll disappear while that makes it, and I'll tidy up a bit of this room, and I'll come back when it's ready. All right, guys, one more second, I'll be back. Okay, guys, now as I was just fixing up some stuff, this thing actually popped out of the assembly table, and I did not know that was going to happen. And that sort of scares me, actually. Obviously, I can put it in a void pipe, and that'll work fine. Um, but yeah, I'm worried about that actually. Or you know what I can do? I can put a hungry chest in, which is a thumbcraft. That's something else I'd like to get into, but I have so much stuff I'm trying to get into at the same time. It does make it a bit hard. And as you can see, there you go. So put some new one in, and it will start making it shoots the laser. I don't think it can hurt you, can it? No, it sort of going straight through me. It's piercing my heart. Ah, it's better if I go this. Whoop. Try one more time. Ah, it's burning. It's burning. It's all reversed for me. Whoops. There you go. Uh, enough being silly like that, I think. But yeah, so that's what a laser looks like. As you can see, the bar fills up pretty slowly, but it does work. So let's see what we can use this chipset for. If you say what is it used in with you, so you can make an advanced crafting table. Ooh, okay. I'm assuming that has an inventory. It's surprising though you can't just use your old one in it. And again, you can make all these sort of things here, which I'm not sure how to make them. So, oh, I think I know how to make them now. Actually, is this nearly done? Hmm. There we go. So that's how you make an iron chipset. Is that what I want to do? Use. Maybe that's what I need. Well, I'm sitting here waiting for it to work. Iron chip. There we go. Enter U and iron chipset. So to make an autocratic gate or to make an iron AND gate, you need that and a redstone pipe wire. The OR gate. So I really want to build an OR gate. So it's the wire there. So what's the difference? Chipset, chipset. Um, Not sure. Okay, well, we'll get on to that and we'll see how it goes. Has that made another one already? Yep, it just made one right then. So we'll choose that one there. So it's going to make that one now and we'll see how we go. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it here for an episode. We've done a few good things. I've showed you how to make the I can't even see any of them. Maybe the energy conduits as well as the redstone energy cells. So I hope that's been helpful. And I've put in my first laser. I've been wanting to build one of these bad boys for a while, but I just really had no idea how to do it. So, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode and everything like that. If you liked the episode, please give me a thumbs up and as it helps my channel. As well, if you want to comment or tell me what I'm doing right, wrong, or anything like that, please leave it in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, please subscribe. Otherwise, have a good day, guys. See you now.